Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a collection of films that will leave you stunned, speechless, and completely hooked. We're counting down 20 of the most mind-blowing Korean films ever made. Some of these are critically acclaimed, others criminally underrated, but every single one is a total masterpiece. So grab your snacks, sit back, and let's jump right in. Number 20, Officer Black Belt, 2024. We're kicking things off with Officer Black Belt, a high-energy action comedy directed by Kim Hwan. It stars Kim Woo-bin as Lee Jung-oh, a delivery guy who just happens to be a martial arts prodigy with black belts in Taekwondo, Kendo, and Judo. After a twist of fate, he's recruited as a probation officer and teams up with a tough veteran cop to take down parole-violating criminals. Kim Woo-bin absolutely nails this role. He's effortlessly charming, and his fight scenes look real because, well, the guy actually knows martial arts. The action isn't revolutionary, but it's good old-fashioned fun. A comfort watch that delivers laughs and punches in equal measure. It holds a 6.9 rating on IMDb and is streaming on Netflix. Number 19, Master, 2016. Next up is Master, a slick con artist thriller starring Lee Byung-hun, Gang Dong-won, and Kim Woo-bin. The story revolves around Korea's biggest pyramid scheme, led by Lee Byung-hun's character Jin, a manipulative CEO running a massive Ponzi operation called One Network. Gang Dong-won plays the relentless detective trying to take him down, while Kim Woo-bin finds himself trapped between both sides as the tech genius. This movie is like a reverse Catch Me If You Can. We're following the cops instead of the con man, and every time you think you figured it out, another twist drops. Lee Byung-hun's magnetic performance makes you root for the villain, while Gang Dong-won keeps the chase grounded and intense. It's smart, tense, and constantly surprising. The film has a 6.6 rating on IMDb and is available on Viki. Number 18, The Eighth Night, 2021. At number 18, we've got The Eighth Night, a supernatural horror thriller directed by Kim Tae-hyung. The story follows a monk trying to stop an ancient evil spirit that must possess 8 people over 8 nights to regain full power. Visually, this film is stunning, moody, mysterious, and filled with haunting imagery. Lee Sung-min gives a heartfelt performance as the monk, but the story sometimes struggles with its own mythology. It's one of those movies where the atmosphere outweighs the logic. Still, if you love Korean folklore and eerie visuals, this one's worth a late-night watch. It holds a 5.3 rating on IMDb and is streaming on Netflix. Number 17, The Point Men, 2023. Coming in at 17 is The Point Men, a gripping diplomatic thriller inspired by true events, the 2007 South Korean hostage crisis in Afghanistan. Wang Jung-min stars as Jung Jae-ho, a determined diplomat negotiating the release of captured missionaries, while Hyun Bin plays Park Dae-sik, an NIS agent who knows the terrain better than anyone. This isn't your typical action-packed Korean thriller. It's slower, more psychological, focusing on tension, cultural clashes, and moral choices. The stakes are emotional rather than explosive, and that's what makes it work. It's about humanity under pressure. The film has a 6.0 rating on IMDb and can be rented on Viki. Number 16, Uprising, 2024. Next up, we've got Uprising, one of the most ambitious Korean films of 2024. Set during the Japanese invasion of Korea in the late 1500s, it tells the story of 2 childhood friends from different social classes who find themselves fighting on opposite sides. What really makes this film shine is the emotional depth of its leads. Their bond feels authentic, and every betrayal hits hard. It's a sweeping historical epic with the heart of a personal drama. The visuals are breathtaking, and the story is both powerful and tragic. It holds a 6.6 rating on IMDb and is streaming on Netflix. Number 15, The Merciless, 2017. Sliding in at 15 is The Merciless, a gritty crime thriller directed by Byun Sung-hyun. The story centers on Hyun-soo, a short-tempered inmate who catches the eye of Jae-ho, a veteran gangster doing time in the same prison. The two form a dangerous alliance built on trust, ambition, and betrayal. Once they're released, the tension explodes. Every move is a test, every conversation a trap. The chemistry between Sol Kyung-gu and Im Si-won is electric. Calm on the surface, lethal underneath. Stylish, sharp, and unpredictable, The Merciless is a must-watch for fans of crime dramas. It has a 6.7 rating on IMDb. Number 14, No Tears for the Dead, 2014. Directed by Lee Jong-bum, the same mind behind The Man from Nowhere, No Tears for the Dead tells the story of Gon, a hitman haunted by guilt after accidentally killing a child during a mission. When he's ordered to eliminate the child's mother, his conscience begins to tear him apart. This isn't your typical assassin movie. It's cold, restrained, and emotionally charged. Jang Dong-gun's performance as Gon is heartbreakingly quiet. You can feel his inner conflict in every glance. The action is brutal, but it's the silence between the bullets that leaves the biggest impact. The film has a 6.7 rating on IMDb. Number 13, A Tale of Two Sisters, 2003. Now let's talk horror. A Tale of Two Sisters, directed by Kim Ji-woon, is one of Korea's most iconic psychological horror films. It follows two sisters returning home from a mental institution, only to find their stepmother's behavior growing more disturbing and their house filled with something dark and unexplainable. Every frame feels dreamlike, soft, faded, and deeply unsettling. As the story unfolds, the lines between memory, madness, and reality blur until everything collapses into one haunting truth. It's slow burn horror at its finest. Elegant, eerie, and unforgettable. It holds a 7.1 rating on IMDb. Number 12, The Battleship Island, 2017. At number 12, we have The Battleship Island, a powerful historical action drama set during Japan's occupation of Korea. Hundreds of Koreans are forced into brutal labor on a coal mining island, where survival means submission until whispers of rebellion start to spread. The cast is phenomenal. Hwang Jung-min brings emotional gravity. So Ji-sub delivers quiet intensity, and Song Joong-ki shines as the defiant soldier. The film's visuals are gritty and claustrophobic, making you feel every ounce of exhaustion and rage. When the climax hits, it's pure chaos in the best way. It has a 7.1 rating on IMDb. Number 11, A Hard Day, 2014. Rounding out this part of the list is A Hard Day, a fast-paced crime thriller that proves Murphy's Law is real. If something can go wrong, it will. The story follows a corrupt detective who accidentally kills a man in a hit-and-run on the way to his mother's funeral. Panicking, he hides the body in her coffin, but that's only the beginning of his nightmare. Soon, an anonymous caller starts blackmailing him, and the situation spirals completely out of control. It's dark, sharp, and loaded with tension, blending crime and dark comedy perfectly. Every twist hits harder than the last, keeping you guessing till the end. It has a 7.2 rating on IMDb. Number 10, The Call, 2020. Kicking off the top 10, we have The Call, a gripping mystery thriller directed by Lee Chung-hyun. The story follows So-yeon, a young woman who moves back into her childhood home and discovers an old cordless phone. When it rings, she answers, only to realize the voice on the other end isn't from the present. She's speaking to a woman named Young Suk, who lived in the same house 20 years ago. At first, their connection seems eerie, but harmless. Then, small changes in the past begin reshaping So-yeon's present, and things spiral fast. What starts as curiosity turns into a deadly power struggle across time, as both women manipulate their timelines to gain control. This film is intense, creative, and brilliantly executed. The concept is clever, but it's the tension and pacing that make it unforgettable. John Jong-so's performance as Young-suk is chilling, unpredictable, menacing, and absolutely magnetic. The call keeps you guessing until the very end. It holds a strong 7.1 rating on IMDb. Number 9. Hunt, 2022. At number 9, we've got Hunt, an electrifying political action thriller directed by and starring Lee Jung-jae. Set in the 1980s during South Korea's turbulent political climate, the story centers on two top KCIA intelligence officers, Park Pyung-ho and Kim Jung-do, who are ordered to uncover a North Korean mole hidden deep within their ranks. But as the investigation unfolds, paranoia takes over. Each man starts suspecting the other, and the line between loyalty and betrayal blurs completely. Every lead becomes a trap, every truth a weapon. Hunt moves at a relentless pace, filled with twists, shifting alliances, and explosive action sequences. Lee Jung-jae shines both behind and in front of the camera, delivering sharp direction and a powerful performance. It's stylish, intelligent, and politically charged, holding a 6.9 rating on IMDb. Number 8. The Wailing, 2016. Coming in at number 8 is The Wailing, a haunting supernatural horror film by Na Hong-jin. It's set in a quiet mountain village where strange, violent deaths begin to spread like a curse. Jong-gu, a small-town police officer, finds himself completely out of his depth as superstition, possession, and madness start to take over. As the community descends into fear, he turns to a shaman for help, but the deeper he digs, the more twisted the mystery becomes. By the end, you're left questioning everything you've seen. This isn't your typical jump scare horror. It's slow, heavy, and absolutely terrifying in its atmosphere. The dread seeps in quietly until it consumes everything. The Wailing is an unforgettable experience, a blend of folklore, faith, and fear that lingers long after it's over. It carries a chilling 7.4 IMDb rating. Number 7. Train to Busan, 2016. Next up, Train to Busan, one of the most iconic Korean zombie thrillers ever made. Directed by Yen Sang-ho, it follows a workaholic father traveling with his daughter on a high-speed train bound for Busan. But when an infected passenger boards, chaos erupts. Within minutes, the train turns into a moving battleground. Cities fall, communications die, and a handful of survivors must fight their way through carriage after carriage, clinging to life as the world outside collapses. This movie isn't just about zombies, it's about humanity, the way people react under pressure, the selfishness, the sacrifice, the heartbreak. It's emotional, gripping, and brutally honest. Train to Busan hits you right in the gut, balancing action and emotion flawlessly. It holds a 7.6 rating on IMDb. Number 6. Parasite, 2019. At number 6, we've got Parasite, Bong Joon-ho's Oscar-winning masterpiece. The story follows the Kim family, broke, jobless, and barely surviving in a cramped basement. When they slowly infiltrate the home of a wealthy family by posing as skilled professionals, things seem almost too perfect. But one stormy night, a secret hidden beneath the mansion turns everything upside down. What starts as a clever comedy of deception transforms into a shocking exploration of class, greed, and survival. Bong Joon-ho's direction is razor-sharp, every frame deliberate, every transition flawless. The tonal shifts from dark humor to horror feel completely seamless. It's bold, intelligent, and emotionally devastating, earning a massive 8.5 rating on IMDb. Number 5. No Mercy, 2010. Breaking into the top 5, we have No Mercy, a dark and emotionally crushing crime thriller. Directed by Kim Hyung-jun, Sol Kyung-gu stars as Kang Min-ho, a forensic pathologist whose daughter is kidnapped by a vengeful killer. To save her, he must solve a brutal murder case, one that's far more personal Then he realizes, No Mercy is bleak, intelligent, and absolutely unrelenting. It explores how grief and revenge can consume a person from the inside out. Sol Kyung-goo's performance is raw and devastating, and the story's final twist will leave you speechless. It's not an easy watch, but it's unforgettable. The film holds a 7.4 IMDb rating and can be found on various streaming sites. Number 4. Always, 2011. At number 4, Always, also known as Only You, is a tender romantic drama directed by Song Il-gan. So Ji-sub plays Chol Min, a former boxer turned parking attendant who crosses paths with Jung-hwa, a blind telemarketer with a bright and hopeful heart. Their love story unfolds gently, but both carry painful secrets. Chol Min's violent past and Jung-hwa's fragile dream of restoring her sight create obstacles that test their bond at every turn. Always is heartfelt, sincere, and deeply moving. It's the kind of love story that doesn't need grand gestures, just quiet moments that feel achingly real. With touching performances and beautiful cinematography, it's a perfect watch for romance lovers. It has a 7.7 rating on IMDb and is available on Viki and Prime Video. Number 3. Burning, 2018. At number 3 is Burning, Lee Chang-dong's psychological drama based on a short story by Haruki Murakami. It follows Yong-soo, a struggling writer who reconnects with his old neighbor Hae-mi when she returns from a trip with a mysterious new friend named Ben, played by Steven Yeun. Jealousy and obsession begin to blur Jong-soo's reality. The tension in Burning builds slowly, almost invisibly. Every scene feels ordinary, until it doesn't. Beneath its quiet surface lies something deeply unsettling. Yoo Ah-in delivers a phenomenal performance as Jong-soo, perfectly capturing the frustration and aimlessness of youth. It's a slow burn, literally, but one that stays with you long after it ends. The film holds a 7.4 IMDb rating and is available on YouTube. Number 2. New World, 2013. Taking the runner-up spot, New World is a gripping crime drama directed by Park Hoon-jung, often called the Korean Godfather. The story follows Ja-sung, a police officer who spent years undercover inside a massive crime syndicate called Gold Moon. When the boss dies unexpectedly, chaos erupts, and Ja-sung must choose between his loyalty to the law or his survival within the underworld. The pacing is deliberate but never dull. Tension builds layer by layer until it explodes in shocking bursts of violence. Lee Jung-jae delivers one of his best performances. Torn between two worlds, Choi Min-sik and Hwang Jung-min round out a powerhouse cast that makes every scene crackle with intensity. New World is sleek, stylish, and emotionally devastating. A 7.5 on IMDb and streaming on Viki. Number 1. Memories of Murder, 2003. Finally, claiming the top spot is Memories of Murder, Bong Joon-ho's timeless masterpiece. Based on the true story of Korea's first serial murder case, it follows detectives Park Do-man and Seo Tae-yoon as they struggle to catch a killer terrorizing a rural town in the 1980s. With no advanced forensic technology and growing pressure from their superiors, the investigation becomes desperate, messy, and morally gray. The film perfectly captures the frustration, futility, and fear of chasing an invisible monster. Bong Joon-ho's direction is nothing short of brilliant, balancing humor, horror, and heartbreak all in one story. The rainy countryside, the bleak atmosphere, and the haunting ambiguity make this film unforgettable. It's widely regarded as one of the greatest Korean films ever made, holding a strong 8.1 IMDb rating. And that wraps up our list. So which of these films hit you the hardest? Or did your favorite not make the cut? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your picks. If you enjoyed the countdown, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more Korean film and drama rankings, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.